Hey everybody, it's Rob. Been out of touch for a little bit. We've been busy moving after hurricane stuff, and so yeah. Anyway, but I want to do a quick follow up, just a real quick video. Gonna kind of show you the radio that I got, the VHF. This came up in my lessons learned video. How much of an idiot I was for going without one. Just going with a handheld. So I got the radio. I've had it for a little bit. I just haven't put it in until recently. And plus, I want to solicit some ideas from you guys out there. So I got the radio, and I didn't want to make it permanent. I didn't want to bolt it to anything. I didn't want to have to drill any more holes in the boats if I didn't have to. Although I had to do some drilling for the antenna, and I'll show you that. The project is not 100% finished yet, and I'll kind of point that out as I go. So what I'm looking for is ideas on cable management, the antenna cable, the best way to manage it in a non-permanent way. I tried one way and it's not working all that well. I'm not happy with it. I'm going to do something else. I just don't know what I'm going to do yet, and you'll see. So here's what we got. This is what I bought. I bought the Standard Horizon Explorer. It's a 1700 version. This thing not only comes with a user manual, but that thing's a damn book. And anybody who knows this particular radio will understand. This thing has got more bells and whistles, and it's going to take me a while to learn everything. There's a lot that this thing can do, and it's pretty cool. I will say, when I first plugged it in, wired it up, my antenna was laying down still. I did it out at my house. My wife and I were out here and immediately started picking up traffic from one of the marinas about 20 miles from here. And I was like, holy shit, man, that's quite a ways, and the antenna's not even up. We're on land. So that made me quite happy with the amount of money that I spent on this thing. I think it was like $200, $240, something like that, which, you know, is a lot of money. But when you think about it, the amount of shit that we went through, those of you that watched my other videos about the Bimini trip, is small amounts of money compared to the trouble that we ran into with Jeremy and Caroline and us getting separated and just being, you know, anyway. So anyway, there it is. That's what I did. I mounted it right there, and you can see this is my homemade little mount here. I got some starboard, shaved off the edges a little bit so I could get these suction cups so they could actually fit. See if I can zoom that in there. Now it's blurry. All right. Well, anyway, they fit in that hole now because they got those grooves, so it's snug. I put a nice coat of white paint on it. It's not beautiful by any means. It's surely not a professional job. It works for me. I've had it out on the water already with some pretty bumpy seas, and that thing did not move an inch, man. It's nice and tight in there. And then all the wires, I ran all the cables down here, and this thing will actually hook up to a chart plotter. It comes with some external cables to hook up to a chart plotter. I don't know exactly what the significance is to that yet. I'm still learning it. But the chart plotter is my next purchase. That's going to be coming soon. And I'll actually have somebody do that one, install that for me, because I'm not that smart. So, all right, the antenna. I did do a lot of research on the antenna, and I went over to West Marine here in Tarpon Springs and sat down with a dude, and he really kind of broke down antennas, and they've got some cutaway antennas to show me the guts of them and all that stuff and what's best. And I told him about our story with us and Jeremy and Caroline going to Bimini and getting separated and going with handhelds, and after he called me several versions of an idiot, he pointed me in the right direction of a good antenna. So what he did was he pointed me to a 4-foot. It's the Shakespeare Galaxy 5400 XT, and it's got a solid core in it, which I guess helps. You can see it's just a 4-foot antenna. And then the mount is also a Shakespeare, and you can see this is where I had to drill. So this antenna mount was like 50 bucks, I think. The antenna was, I believe, 150 bucks. And this is a part that's not done yet. I haven't cut these off. I got some rubber end caps to put on here, but I use like 3.5-inch bolts, all stainless steel, and lock washers. I cut this piece of aluminum and polish it up myself just to kind of give it some more stability on this side. Last thing I wanted was it to crush and move around and you know, potentially pull through that metal. Anybody that's wondering, these little brackets here are hollow. I'm not sure if anybody knew that or not, but yeah, that's hollow. What I did is I have a small piece of cork back here. It's actually engine gasket material, the cork engine gasket. I just cut a little piece in there, around there, and also put some silicone in there, so keep down from vibration and all that other crap. Maybe a little bit overkill, but I don't care. So that's how that went. Now, as far as running the cable, I kind of ran it down the side, and it's hard to zoom in on this, but what I did was I got two cables and I pinched it, and then I put another twist tie around that to kind of hold it in place, if you can see that or not. It's not beautiful, but I just didn't want to make it permanent. I didn't want to go inside my wakeboard tower because, you know, I got all that speaker shit going through my wakeboard tower. So anyway, that's what I did. I ran it down there, kind of looped it around, and here's what I did. And this is the part that's just not working out well. I got these things, and you can see they're coming apart. It just doesn't look very attractive. It looked good at first. You can see it's all coming loose. You know, the sun out here in Florida, see, it just melted the glue. So this just turned out to be a bad idea. So this is, if somebody's got some better ideas or a better product, please let me know, because I'm not going to keep this. I just don't know what I'm going to do yet. Yeah, it goes all the way back. It just looks like shit. So the other thing was extra antenna cable. Now I do not want to cut it if I don't absolutely have to. And I don't want to loop it because from what I've read, looping it can cause interference with the signal, stuff like that. Now I can't just kind of run it down the corner where I got the wires for the radio. I can run it down the corner and just kind of put it neatly underneath the cockpit area. But honestly, God, I don't know what's best for extra cable. So if somebody will give me some advice on that, I'm always willing to take some advice on stuff that I don't know about. Because I'm not an expert by any means with any of this stuff that I do. A lot of trial and error. So, yeah, so that's it. You know, I just want to kind of give an update. And this is the radio that I got. And like I said, I'm still learning this thing. There's like 200 pages in this book that this thing can do. And so my wife and I both are trying to learn it. But it works great. I mean, a handheld right there. I didn't cover that one. I used some good quality 3M type double stick tape down here. That seems to be holding up. Maybe I'll do something like that up here with the cable. But yeah, this isn't moving anywhere. But that's where I put it. You know, and I can move it somewhere else if it ultimately doesn't work out the way I like it. But so yeah, that's it, everybody. That's my follow-up on my radio. Kind of like an idiot follow-up. You know, I'm correcting the mistakes that I made going to Bimini, slowly but surely. And those that are answering my questions that I put out on Facebook about a good chart plotter, if you're watching this, thank you very much for some of your suggestions. I think I've kind of narrowed it down to a Garmin 7-inch chart plotter GPS combo with a down sonar, and the Simrad Go 7. Those two are kind of the ones I've narrowed it down to. The Simrad is a lot less expensive than the Garmin, but the Garmin's got a little bit more detail on land type stuff, like if you zoom in on something, it tells you where restaurants are and all that stuff. I don't know if I necessarily need that, but that's a detail that I enjoyed. So yeah, if anybody's got any other suggestions on that too, I'll take them. But that's kind of where I'm at now between the Simrad and the Garmin 7-inch for the GPS combo thing. So yeah, anyway, anybody's got any questions, let me know, and have a good one.